Hey there, everyone. So I'm live. I've been live for a while. And today I wanted to talk to you about how to survive as an entrepreneur because obviously there is a lot of stuff going on right now. And I know a lot of the people who watch my channel are entrepreneurs, are small business owners. And these can be scary times. They can be really stressful times when we don't know what exactly is happening. We don't know what to expect. But I want to make sure that you can not only survive, not only get through this, but that you can actually come out stronger on the other side, because I truly believe that is possible. I know that we're going through a lot of tough stuff right now and stuff that has to be dealt with, but honestly, I am so optimistic that we're all going to get through this and that it can actually be a positive thing long term, that this can be used for good, that this can make you stronger, that this can make the economy stronger long term, that we can all learn something from it and through it and come out better on the other side. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you a few different thoughts and ideas I had, mostly like mindset sort of things for how to get through this and not let it crush you. And then I also have some specific ideas for things that you can work on in your business right now. If maybe you aren't able to serve your customers in the way that you normally do, or maybe you are stuck at home from your day job, a whole bunch of different things. I just think that there are so many opportunities here, and I want to share this encouragement with you and advice. Now, I have to start off with a disclaimer here. Obviously, I am not a medical professional, so anything that I mention in regards to coronavirus or anything like that, purely my opinion, and I'm going to try to steer clear of that really because I don't really know anything about the virus or how to cure it or what should really be done about the situation, so I'm mostly going to not talk about that. And then also, I'm not a financial advisor, so anything that I share about the economy is merely my opinion, merely for commentary, and should not be taken as advice. And yeah, that's my disclaimer. Okay, so let's get on into it and talk about how to survive this as an entrepreneur. My first thought is just that this will pass. And first of all, because, everything eventually passes. There are seasons in life, things happen, things get resolved, but also specifically, it is a virus, and a virus is something that dies away. It will crop up for a while. We will have to learn how to deal with it. Maybe a lot of people will get sick, but it will pass. And we will get through this. There will be another side. And the reason why, there's two different reasons why I think that that's important to keep in mind. First of all, because that can be an encouragement in and of itself, like we're going to get through this, there's going to be another side. But also, I think it's really important to realize that, because if we're not thinking about the future, then we might make a lot of short-term decisions based on these current circumstances, and that's not going to really serve us long-term. And if we want to come out stronger on the other side of this, we need to have that future mindset, and we need to be focused on where we are going to be a few months or a few years from now, and do actions now and prepare now so that at that time, we will be in a better place. We won't have made these short-term decisions that might really handcuff us at that point in time, or might be really difficult to deal with then. Because when we come out on the other side of this, we want things to be good. We don't want to have to be dealing with, the negative consequences of maybe decisions we made now. So that's my first thought. Just, this is going to pass. We are going to get through this. So be encouraged and prepare. Okay. Next thought, by the way, my computer screen, I'm sure you can tell, my computer screen's over here. I wrote my notes down on it. So my next thought is, again, just some inspiration, some encouragement. Did you know that most of the most successful and biggest companies started during times of recession and depression, especially in America? Some of our biggest and most successful companies started when our country was in an economic downturn, or even in a depression. There are a lot of information out there about this. You can look into it if you want, but I just think that is so cool, and it is proof that in times of trouble, and specifically times of economic trouble, that there are unique opportunities out there. It's not just a coincidence that these companies happened to start when times were tough. There was a reason for that, and the reason was because when there are more problems, there are more opportunities. This is something I'm going to touch on several times today, because I think that this is something that is so easily overlooked, but yet so important. Opportunities, we're talking about like looking for opportunities, finding good opportunities, opportunities literally are problems, okay? There's an opportunity when there is a problem to be solved. And when things are bad, when things are tough, when the economy is down, when there are situations to be dealt with, that means there are more problems to solve. And while it is difficult and it's certainly challenging that people are dealing with these circumstances, it also means that there are opportunities to serve people in unique ways, ways to help people in unique ways that we don't normally get the opportunity to do. And so that's why so many successful companies have been started during tough times. And it means that if you have the right mindset going through this, that you can really come out stronger on the other side, that you can make the best of this, that you can not only learn things from it, but you can actually. Okay, I don't know why that happens sometimes, but it cut out on me, so I think we're back. Hopefully you're still here. Not only you can survive this, not only you can just like learn things from this, but you can actually find opportunities in the situation that can be some of the best opportunities that you will ever come across. Because when things are really good, then everyone is trying to climb to the top and everyone is taking advantage of the few opportunities that there are. But when things are hard, a lot of people get into the wrong mindset. A lot of people are having difficulties and they're not able to take advantage of all the opportunities that are out there. So just know that you can really step into your own in this situation, and remind yourself that so many successful companies were started during tough times like this. That's just proof that you can use to encourage yourself to look for those opportunities and take advantage of the situation. And I mean that in the best way possible. We never, of course, never want to be taking advantage of people or of their problems, but we can take advantage of the situation and really step up and serve people in a unique way. And I know that you can do that because I know that if you're watching this right now, you are an entrepreneur, at least at heart. You have an entrepreneurial spirit. You might not own your own company right now or something like that. You might not have anyone working for you yet, but you're watching my channel because you are at least interested in entrepreneurship, and it is something that is burning inside of you. And this can be an amazing opportunity for you to really step forward in that, take ownership of your entrepreneurial spirit, of your entrepreneurial talents, and start helping people. And so when I say helping people, let me break that down just a little bit. So what businesses do, these most successful businesses and every business on the face of the planet, is they solve problems for people. They might solve people's problems by selling physical products or by providing some sort of service, but people pay companies to solve their problems for them. And that is what makes the economy go. Businesses create value and then people pay them for that value. And as an entrepreneur, your job is to create that value. Now you can do that by literally working and producing products or producing services. And another way that you provide value is by providing jobs to people. Now, right now, like I said, you might not have anyone working for you, and that's totally all right. But you know what? Everyone starts, every successful CEO, every entrepreneur who's gone on to make it big starts where you are right now or far below, with no business, not having started yet, and not even an idea for a business. So don't let that stop you. Don't think because you don't have an idea or because you haven't started yet, you can't help, you can't succeed, because you absolutely can. Okay. So my next point is, in order to weather the storm, if you want to come out stronger on the other side, you must maintain a positive mindset. Now, I know that will sound really, really fluffy at first, really, just like non-substantial, but I mean this in the most literal way. You need to stay focused on positive things and not just like feeling nice, but stay focused on looking for opportunities. And remember what I said before, opportunities are problems. If you see something and you think, oh, that is a problem, that is, a bad thing, switch your mindset right there and look for the opportunity in it, because I promise that is where the opportunity is. So if you are going around and you're looking for opportunities, look for the problems. Now, when I say problems, I just want to be clear here. I'm not talking about the two huge problems that everyone's thinking about right now. I'm not talking about solving or curing coronavirus or fixing the economy. I have no idea how to cure coronavirus, no idea at all. And I don't have any of the resources that I would need to fix the economy. I'm playing my tiny little part by continuing to run my business, continuing to make value for my customers, continue to provide jobs to my team members. And that is what I can do right now. And I'm working on doing that more and more and better to the best of my ability. But those two problems are not the problems I'm talking about when I'm saying there are problems right now and that creates opportunity. I'm talking about all the tiny little problems that are created because of those things. So this could be because of coronavirus, people have to stay home and their kids can't go to school. So they're looking for alternative education options. People can't go to their college classes right now. So they're looking for alternative education options. People can't go to their jobs, so they're having to work from home. So they're looking for resources and support for how to work from home. People are thinking about starting their own businesses. So they're looking for education around that. Those are all little specific problems that are being caused because of the big problems. I'm not telling you to try to solve the really big problems. Now, if you have the cure for coronavirus, please share, right? That would be amazing. But I look for those small little opportunities, those small problems. Start there and then build from there. Because if you see one person struggling with a problem, chances are there are a lot more people out there who could use some support, who could use some help. And if you can come up with an innovative solution to their problem, a unique way to serve in these unique times, then that is how you can really play a bigger role in the economy, how you can help others to help yourself, and of course with the focus on helping others. Okay. Let's see. And my final point, I kind of touched on this already, but as an entrepreneur or as someone who has an entrepreneurial bent, not only do you get to should you take advantage of all the opportunities that are out there and that will be out there in the near future. But I also just want to challenge you to do your part and to work on keeping the economy moving. So many people right now, so many small business owners, if they're in a negative mindset, they are fearful. And so they want to shut everything down. They're turning off their ads. They're sending their employees home because they're not sure about what's going to happen with the economy. And while I totally understand that, a much better response to the problem would be to think more creatively and look for those unique problems, those unique solutions, unique ways for these businesses to serve their customers so that they can keep their people employed. Because if we can, just because honestly, it's going to be so bad if so many Americans and so many people around the world are not working for a month, and then possibly if the virus flares up and then everyone's sick and not working for another month, that is going to hurt so many people's finances. It is going to be devastating for our economy. And so anyone who can do anything to help, and right now I'm talking about specifically entrepreneurs who can help by continuing to think creatively, continue to look for opportunities, continue to provide those jobs, and continue to be productive, and I mean that in the most literal way. Produce products, produce value for the economy. That is what is going to help and what is going to have an impact right now. And so if you can do any of those things, and I mean, if you're watching this video, you can. You might not come up with a brilliant idea instantly right now, today or tomorrow, but if you start looking for those opportunities, you will start finding them. Okay, so those are most of the main points I wanted to share with you, but like I said, I also have a list of a few things that you can work on in your business right now. If maybe you are not currently able to serve your customers in the normal way that you do, or if right now you are home from your day job and you aren't able to work in that capacity, so maybe you're working on your side hustle. Okay, so the very first one, and these are super practical, super tactical, not at all mindset related. First one is you could work on your website. Maybe you have a website for your business right now, and maybe it isn't quite representing you as well as it could. These days, with so much of the economy being online, with so many people finding businesses online, that is how so many relationships and so many eventual sales really start. And so you need your business to represent you as best as it possibly can, to really explain to people what your business does, how it can help them, and to be fully up to date. So you could work on updating your website with this time that you have. If you don't have a website yet, you should get on that because that is the number one way that people will be able to potentially find you, especially in this time when they can't show up to a physical location. Okay, another thing you would do right along with that is you could work on getting your products online. If right now you sell some sort of physical product locally, or if you are handcrafting some sort of product kind of as a side hustle, work on getting those products up and on your website. This takes some initial effort and you might not normally have the time to do this, but right now maybe you do, and it could really open up the market for you. So instead of just selling to a few people locally, you can sell around the world. Okay, next idea. You could create a marketing campaign or build a funnel. So in order to make sales, you have to market your products, right? And the best marketing efforts typically take a fair amount of time and effort and energy in order to organize and plan and create the content for. Right now, if you have some time on your hands, this would be a fantastic time to create a marketing campaign, write content for it, film videos for it, write ads for it. Anything that you need to do in order to launch that marketing campaign, you can do it now, and then in a few months or whenever the time is right, or don't even wait, whenever you're ready, you can launch that marketing campaign and you can be first to market when the economy starts to shift back positive. But like I said, you don't necessarily have to wait because there are so many opportunities even in the down economy. Okay, another thing that you could do is you could pivot your business slightly to offer digital products or to offer digital services. So maybe normally you serve your customers in a physical location locally, or you sell physical products, but right now would be a great time, especially if you're stuck at home, to actually create some sort of digital product. I'm talking here about you could create an online course, you could write an ebook, you could start a membership site. I've shared so many ideas in the past about different types of digital products that you can create. And this is an awesome time to actually put in that work so that you have that digital asset to sell that can be selling around the clock. And then if you don't want to create a digital product, you could alternatively offer some sort of digital service. So maybe there's a skill that you have, maybe it's tied to what you do normally in your day job, maybe it's not, but this would be an awesome time to start sharing that service online, or at least get set up to do so in the near future. Okay, let's see. And then the next little tiny thing you could work on is your contracts and your legal side of things. If you work with individual clients in your business, like if you're a photographer or a web designer or something like that, then your contracts are one of the foundational pieces that like give your business strength. Contracts you can stand behind that make sure that you get paid, that your customer is satisfied, that you are satisfied, that everyone comes out ahead at the end of the situation with working together. What do you call that? You know what I mean. And you need to work on improving those contracts so that they are airtight and so that your business can be more successful. It's an annoying little thing that a lot of us never get around to because we're so busy doing the work, but this is a good time to take care of that. And then another thing that you can do, this is kind of the last thing here, is you can work on learning. So often, again, we are focused on doing the work, serving the customers, running the business, going to our day job, that we don't have as much time as we want to take courses online, to read books, to listen to audiobooks, and all of that. So if you have maybe some books sitting on your shelf that you read half of and never got to the end of, or maybe you didn't even start them, or if maybe you bought an online course and you didn't finish it, this is prime time to get to work on that, because that is that foundational work that will allow you to be more successful in the future. If you can learn new skills now, then you'll be able to put them into practice to grow your business bigger, to become more successful down the road. Don't underestimate the power of that. Okay, sometimes we can say like, oh, we can't work, so I guess we'll just do this instead, but that could actually be the most powerful thing you could possibly do. Okay, so to kind of wrap up this is one more thing, kind of just asking yourself, how can I uniquely serve my customers at this time? Think about what you normally do for your customers, and then how maybe their needs have shifted at this time because of the circumstances. Their need probably didn't go away. Whatever they wanted from you before, they probably still want, but now they can't get it from you in the way that they normally get. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So you need to think about a way that you can uniquely deliver, a way that you can uniquely serve them so that you can continue to turn a profit and so you can continue to help your customers. That's going to strengthen your relationship with them. It's going to mean that they are happier and better off than they would be otherwise. And of course, it's going to mean that you're going to continue to make an income, which is really important right now. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I wanted to share with you. Long story short, this is going to pass. I have no idea how long it's going to take. It might be weeks, it might be months, it honestly might be years, especially with the long-term effects on the economy, with so many people not working right now. I just think that this is such a major issue. Like I said, I don't know anything about coronavirus, honestly. Anything about it, aside from what I read in the news. And I'm not a healthcare professional. I don't know the best way to handle it. But what I do know is that the way that it is being handled is meaning that millions and millions of people are not working right now, which is going to have a severe effect on their finances. It could cause them to not be able to make rent or make their mortgage. And if they don't make rent, then if they don't make their mortgage, they could default on their loan. If they don't pay their rent, then their landlord could default on their loan. It could cause people to wind up homeless. It could cause people to go bankrupt. It is bad. But that sounds so doom and gloom. It's going to pass. We're going to get through this. We need to make the best of it. And I don't just mean like grit our teeth and bear it, but we need to actually look for the good in it so that we are not, so that our souls are not crushed, but also so that we can be successful, can be more successful through this, so we can help more other people through it, help the economy get over it faster, and not suffer the consequences of this for years. If you are an entrepreneur, like I said, if you're watching this right now, I believe you have at least an entrepreneurial spirit in you. And if that is the case, then I just challenge you to start looking for those unique opportunities. Don't be discouraged if you don't see any major opportunities, especially at first. I shared in a video a long time ago that my belief is that if you want to find more good opportunities, you need to just start looking for opportunities and then take advantage of the small ones that you do see. Any opportunity that you do see, ask how can you take advantage of that? How can you help people in that situation? And just take advantage of the best opportunity that you do see. And you will, by doing that, open up new doors and find new opportunities. So if you are looking for good opportunities, then that would be my little last piece of advice. Okay, so I think that is everything for today. I'm just looking at my notes here to make sure I didn't miss anything. But thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that I hope that you are safe and that you are healthy, and that you are doing what you can to stay safe and stay healthy. And I also hope that this whole situation isn't being too stressful or too depressing to you, because I know that even if you aren't suffering any physical malady, that even just being stuck in your home, isolated, and having so much time on your hands to worry can be really mentally difficult and really, it can be really tough. So I just want you to know that I believe that you can get through this, and I am here for you. And if you need any encouragement or any support, or you have any questions about not about the economy or coronavirus, but about like starting your business, if there's anything I can do to help you get your business off the ground or to help you solve problems in your business, please do reach out to me either in the comments below or DM me on Instagram or something, because I'm here for you and I want to be the best resource that I possibly can. All right, well, that is it for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I was going to click my mouse to go out of this, but that's not how this works. So just have to figure out how to end this, and I'll see you guys very soon. Be well. Bye.